What happened for us to shift from who we were to become what the world wants us to be? And when we shifted from whom we were, we started shifting from our original purity, our original humility, our original simplicity to one three-letter word. What's the three-letter word? Ego. And as we grow up, it's layers and layers and layers and layers of what I acquire. And what I acquire is I believe that is who I am. So I acquire education, I acquire a family, I acquire property, I acquire position, layer after layer after layer. And you know what spirituality is going to do? What is spirituality going to do? If you get the opportunity to meet Dadi Janki, she's 103. She doesn't dance like this on the stage, but her face dances. Anyone met Dadi Janki? Yes. Do you feel her face dances? Yeah, and dances because she has removed those layers and gone back to that childlike purity, that humility, that innocence. Can we also do that? Can we also do that? You want to become like that? And it's so complicated to be what the world wants us to be. But nowadays we prefer doing the complicated things rather than the simple things. And once we've chosen the complicated options and we keep using those complex options, we have started saying the world has become complicated. It's not the world. It's we who shifted from complex options, and now we are going to shift to simple options. How many of you think you can be like this, just who you want to be? Yeah. Not be that which the world thinks right. Not be that which the world will say, nice person. But just be that which you feel is right. What you feel is nice. What you want to be. How many feel we can be that? And when you start doing that, you will see your face shift from. Nowadays, faces are very interesting because then and there you can see what is going on inside. And then to hide what is going on inside, we do so much to our face because there's so much to hide. And when there's nothing left to hide, we'll have to do nothing to our face because it's going to reflect its innate, the purity, the beauty that is within. Just look at faces while in the traffic jam on the road. Just look at everyone's faces around you and you'll see where we are heading. So let's take a moment of silence and let me ask myself, is there anything, is there absolutely anything? It could be as simple as what I wear, what I eat, what I drink, to how I think, how I feel, how I behave. Is there anything which I'm doing because the world thinks it's right? And world means my world. My world. We'll have to really check because it's been happening for so long that we may have forgotten that I'm not doing this to please the world. But we started believing, I like doing this, I like being this way. Is there anything? Is there anything I would like to change? And just be myself. Because I'm comfortable that way. I am authentic that way. I feel and behave the same. I do not pretend. I am happy when I am my way. I do not pretend to be happy. Happy is my natural way of being. Om Shanti. There can be someone on stage here, specially assigned to give us happiness. Yes, there could be. It's your role today to gift happiness to everyone here in this gathering. And they could prepare how they're going to do that. And they could create a beautiful presentation of how they're going to do that. And they will be here. They will do everything that they could do. And yet we would not be happy. Is that possible? Is that possible? Yes. We do so much to make people happy. You know, we do so much to make people happy. And you ask anyone, why are you so working so hard? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why? I want my family to be happy. Anyone here wants their family to be happy? Yes, now you know what to do. Now you know what to do. And here we are, we spend 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of our life trying to make them happy. And suddenly, one day, they look back and they say, I'm not happy. Does that happen? I'm comfortable. And at every point of time when we're doing for them, we say, I'm doing this for your happiness. Do we say that? So she came and gave me this beautiful shawl for my happiness. Now I should be happy. So am I happy? She went all the way to her room. She took out a new shawl. She worked really hard for me. She really, really worked hard for me. And if after all that she did for me, is it possible that I turn back and say, thank you for the shawl, but I'm not happy? Is it a possibility that that can happen? Yes. Does this happen in life sometimes? We do so much for them. They appreciate what we do for them. It's not that people don't appreciate what we do for them. And is it not that we don't appreciate what people have done for us? We really appreciate what they did. But we still say we're not happy. Why does that happen? That we appreciate what they have done, but we are not happy. Why does that happen? Because it's really, really important. Otherwise, we can spend 40 years of our life, and after that, another 40 years of our life, to only have them turning back and saying, thank you so much, mom and dad, for all that you did. And thank you so much to your husband and wife for all that you did. But I am not happy. In fact, I could be going through a very, very low phase. And that becomes the biggest question mark for family, that I did so much for you and here you are in pain. Leave alone being happy. You are unhappy. Where did the equation go wrong? What happened? And most important, why are we not happy always? We don't know what happiness is. You just saw. What else? Why is it that we do for family and friends, but we're not able to give them the gift of happiness? We are able to give them the gift of comfort. What she has given me is comfort or happiness. Are we very clear about this while we are bringing up our children? Are we very clear about this? Because you were very clear right now that she's given me comfort, not happiness. What is it? Otherness cannot bring us happiness. But why is it that we're saying right now she's given comfort, not happiness? Because what she has done is outside. Now, is it possible that I can be happy after wearing this shawl? And is it also possible that I cannot be happy? Both options are possible. Depends on whose thought? On my thought. So nothing to do with the one who's given to me. Okay, now let's look at few options. She walked all the way to her room, which must have taken 10 minutes. Then she opened everything. She looked for a new shawl. She walked here. She got that shawl for me. She did everything. Pure intention. I need to give her something to keep herself warm. But while doing that, what was she inside? We don't know. How do you know what she was inside? I don't know what she was inside. We don't know what she was inside. We only know what people do for us outside. We don't know what they are inside. Now, if she's going through some emotional turmoil, her own personal, if she's hurt, if she's upset, so when she walks up on the stage here with the beautiful shawl, she suddenly gifts me two things in 10 seconds and walks out. Comfort and an energy. And that energy is the energy of who she is. Not necessarily that she's upset about having to go and find the shawl. If that is it, then it's double energy. Because then she's looking for the shawl, coming up on stage, giving it to me with an energy of, I have to do this for you. I'm working so hard for you. I have to stay up late night for you. Energy. I love you, but energy. We're vibrating at a lower energy because we're saying, I have to do this. It's not, I want to do this. It's not, I love doing this. It is, I have to do this. Let's never do anything when we are under the state of feeling which says, I have to do this. I have to work hard. I have to have a job. I have to because of my children. Let's not do it for them. Because when they get all the comforts they get from us, what is the energy they will get? The energy is at a low vibration. So they will get comfort plus energy of stress, anxiety, pain, tiredness. Many of us are tired today. We are fatigued, busy, troubled. This is the energy we radiate to people at home. It's not for the specific thing that we're doing for them, it's just who we are. And we radiate it at home. And now this is happening scene after scene after scene, day after day after day, for many, 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 many years 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. We all heard how Sister Chandru and Sister Denise came and started the first center. how they came and constructed this retreat center, how together all the sisters constructed and bought and preparing and are managing so many centers. But you know what was beautiful? They never had this thought, we have to. What was the thought? We want to. And that's why when you come here, the chairs are not comfortable on which you are sitting. No, they're really not. But you know what? You're happy, you're light, you're peaceful in discomfort. Because you're getting two things. You're getting a chair and you're getting vibrations. Chair, not comfortable. Vibrations, very loveful. Unconditional love for strangers. For strangers. That's what vibrates in this place. And so, whenever anyone enters, they don't know anything about Brahma Kumaris, they don't know anything about the sisters, they know nothing. But the first thing that they get is what is the vibration in the air. And the vibration is the collective energy of all the sisters and brothers who are here and radiating the energy. I want to do this. That's all we need to do. Shift at home from I have to I want to. They are doing tirelessly. And then you go and tell them, sit, rest. They will not say, no, I have to finish this work. No. Say, I love to do this. I enjoy doing this. And then I say to them, don't do so much for everybody. They say, we're not doing for anyone. Very clear. I'm not doing this for anyone. Who am I doing it for? Myself. Why are you doing it for yourself? I'm feeling nice doing this. Simple. Life is simple. Doing it because I am feeling nice. Radiating what we are feeling inside. Doing it selflessly. And at the end of it, not expecting anything from you. Simple equation of life here. If they can do it for strangers, can we do it for family? Can we do it for family? Yes. Can we do it without expectations from anyone at home? Can we do it only because we are happy doing it? Not when we will be happy when something. No, I'm just happy doing this. Not I have to do it. I want to do it. Why I want to do it? Because I'm happy and I want to do it. Not I want to do it to be happy. I'm happy and I want to do it. And then we just radiate that happiness where we are. And then our children, our family could be uncomfortable physically, but emotionally very happy. That's one way of living. Another way of living is physically very comfortable, but yet emotionally unhappy. And the best option is physically comfortable and emotionally happy. But we have proof that even if we don't have enough to give to them financially, they can still be happy. They can still be very strongly connected. They can still be bonded. There can still be this unconditional love and respect, even though resources are not sufficient. That is an option. And the other one is an option which we've already seen around the world. We have so much, each one separate room, separate car, separate TV, everything separate. And then finally separate. Yeah, each one in their own room, separate, 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 driving separate, holidays separate, everything separate, separate. Because while we were doing what we were doing for each other, we were not taking care of nurturing ourselves and nurturing them. And then we started losing our power to be able to be together and to adjust. Sister Chandru was sharing with me the other day. She said, when I came here first time and I started living with Sister Denise, I had never eaten cheese. And she made me eat cheese every day. You know, when I go to the centers and I see these beautiful angels living together, it really sets me thinking, if strangers who don't know each other, who leave alone being from the same family, they are not even from the same nationality, not even from the same background, not even from the same educational background. And then Sister Chandru said, I didn't know how to speak English, and Sister Denise did not know how to speak Hindi or Gujarati. And we were going to live together. And we were going to live together. And she said, while living together, I learned the English in 3 months and she learned the Hindi. And they live together, and it's been 40 years and they are still together. They didn't think of separation. No family relationship. No relationship at all. No similarity. Even sanskars, nature, personality traits, absolutely different. Today we are family, parent, child, connected. And yet we say, I cannot adjust, I cannot tolerate, I cannot live with them, I cannot adapt with them. 4 in a house. Here we live 4 in a room. Yes, 4 in a room. And there we go to work morning to evening and then come back home to family for 2 hours, 3 hours. Here, 24/7, no Sunday. 24/7, we're living with the same 4 people in a room, and they are not family. Family by the title of family. And yet, and not that we were getting along the first day when we were staying together. No, we were not. Because one could be absolutely different from the other. But each of us has a power to adjust. We have a power to adapt. We have a power to cooperate, and which we all used to use 40, 50 years back.